I want to welcome you right now to 10 at 10 again, right here with Toni Blake. I have set up a really exciting lesson this week. It's about flowers. I bet you guessed that just from looking at my table. Got some show and tell that I want to do with you. I wore some flowers. I smell like flowers, and I wanted to start by bringing you some flowers this morning and some fun. So this is our week 7 in the Kindness Challenge. Can you believe that? And it's all about sharing flowers. And if you're just joining us now, know that all of the lessons from every single week are available on videos at totallytoni.com, on Facebook, and on our YouTube channel. So you haven't missed anything. You can still jump into this Kindness Challenge and join us this week as we celebrate life and bloom where we're planted using flowers. Now, giving somebody flowers is a universal symbol of I'm sorry, I love you, get well, and romance, and just be happy. This week, we're going to look at some really creative ways that you can share flowers by even wearing them or smelling like them, putting them as a scent in your office, adding them to the environments that you work in, and how you can bloom where you're planted this week. Now, one of the first lessons I taught my daughters, I stepped in to 2 beautiful girls' lives when they were 15 and 12. And are 15 and 13, teenagers, as their stepmom. And one of the first things I taught them was about flowers and having flowers in their life. And I love it when I go to their home and they always have fresh flowers in their environment. There's a really great book, and I'll put a post in the video about it. It's called Living a Beautiful Life by Alexandria Stoddard. And I'm going to tell you something. If you add flowers to your office, I want you to know that people cannot be mean in front of flowers. It's like they walk in your office and they see the flowers and they're like, oh, it must be your birthday or it must be your anniversary. Somebody loves you, and they always notice them. And so I want you to think about in 2022, making flowers a part of your world, making it a part of your office, and adding that positive, fresh, beautiful scent and wellness to your environment every single day. If you keep fresh flowers in your office, I believe that people are nicer in the presence of flowers. Now, our social media posts, and every single week, we have cute graphics that you can get on the lesson page, which is where the QR will be linking immediately. And the flowers are your heart's love language. I love that. And we've got some great hashtags that go with it. So you have a couple of assignments this week, and one of them is to be creative and think about making some flowers. Do you remember when you were a kid, did anybody make tissue paper flowers? Did you do that? I know I did. Taking a Kleenex and a bobby pin and folding it and then tearing the ends off to make it look like a carnation. I know people have made flowers with tissue paper. My daughter Ashley is extremely creative, and she has made me 2 flower arrangements that I want to share with you. The first one, oh my gosh, she took her my grandson's hand, and she made flowers. I put a butterfly on this one, and I love these. I have these on prominent display in my house at all times, and these are my forever flowers. And she has buttons and pins and lace and paper and all kinds of things that she got at the craft store. And she gave this to me on a Mother's Day in 2011. And whenever I'm cleaning out a vase where I had fresh flowers and I think to myself, oh, the flowers are gone, I will get my forever flowers and put them in that spot so I always have them. Think about the idea of how flowers are treasured. I can't even tell you, I have this beautiful little crochet flower that was given to me by a family member. It's really about adding color to your life. Look at this great glass. Thank you, Joy Anselone, for this, and your husband, Toni, for this beautiful glass. Anywhere where we can add color, it's going to be a part of our lesson this week. It's about blooming where you're planted. Now, here's our word study. The word flower is a verb, and it means, listen to this, reach an optimum stage of development, or to bloom. It means full, rich, and colorful. I want you to know that the minute that my mother saw these handmade flowers, she immediately asked Ashley to make her some too, and they are now on prominent display at her house. Now, you know the kindness QR goes to all kinds of links, and every single day we reinforce our lesson, and this week some of the places where it's going are incredible. I want you to not miss the Joy Song by Four Kings and Country. In fact, I'm going to post it in the thread. I watched it this morning and it lit me up. And there's a great blog that talks about flowers that literally find a way in a small bit of dirt to bloom in the crack of a sidewalk. Excuse me, I don't get choked up. There's a lot of negative going on. There's a lot of bad news. There's a lot of things that'll get you down, that'll drain the color from your heart and your life. And this week, it's about balance, man. It's about bringing some light and some color in with all that darkness. I want you to let me know how you're going to bloom this week. So I did show and tell this week. I brought you all these beautiful flowers for you to see. So I want you to take pictures and videos, and I want you to post them in the video and show me how are you blooming where you're planted this week. I have a couple of assignments. The first one, where you get ready every single morning, make sure and add color and bloom to the place where you get ready for your day, and then in your work environment. So these are from my daughter, Stephanie, who sent me a subscription to #IEnjoyFlowers. Oh my gosh, and I do. And they're in my workplace. And thank you, Sherry Jordan, for this sweet little bouquet. She actually gave me this beautiful arrangement a few years ago. But when the flowers were gone, I kept all the decorations, and every Christmas season when I pull it out, I put a small plant in it. This year I put this little rose bush in it, and it had all these blooms, and almost every one but one is blooming, and that just sparks so much joy for me. Oops, there goes my perfume. So put some flowers where you get ready in the morning and where you work. What if you went to the grocery store and you bought a ton of carnations, and you made the single stem, not the mini, the single stem carnations? They're really affordable. In fact, call the grocery store and find out how much they are. What if you made a great big huge arrangement of carnations in your office this week, and as people come in and they notice them and you see it sparks their joy, let them choose one and take it with them. Maybe even get a little ribbon with a little note on it that says, "We want you to bloom where you're planted." It's so easy to spread joy through flowers and with other people. Draw a little flower on a sugar note. That was our lesson last week. Remember, you've got resources, so you can go to the Kindness Challenge, and in the coffee area, let's add some flowers. In the workout area, where they get their mail, do something with paper to go in there, and let's bloom everywhere where we have the Kindness Challenge. There are great marketing pieces and flyers and everything available for you to download at Totally Toni in this week's lesson. And we have additional resources every single week. Doug Rudnick Photography has taken his fall reflection series and he's made us a desktop screensaver. And this week it says, wherever life plants you, grow with grace. And it's his beautiful reflection series photograph. There is a desktop available and a mobile. So I want to say thank you to you again for joining me here at the Kindness Challenge. Remember that all of these lessons, if you feel like you've joined me now and you've missed something, you have not, you can go back and get these lessons. And even though next week is lesson 7, #anyway, and it is a really good one, don't miss it. Jump on the Kindness Challenge now. Join us through the middle of January. That QR is going to be changing every single day. And I want to remind you that throughout the year, if you want to take 8 weeks and develop the character of kindness in yourself, in your family, in your team, and a civic organization, these lessons are there at the Kindness Challenge at Totally Toni all year long for you to enjoy. Let's bloom where we're planted this week. Add color and light and good energy to our life. Thank you. Have a good week.